of Luke Gospel, chapter 10, verses 25 to 37. On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. Teacher, he asked, what must I do to inherit eternal life? What is written in the law? He replied. How do you read it? He answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. You have answered correctly. Jesus replied, do this and you will live. But he wanted to justify himself. He asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. When he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. When he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? Wow! This interesting parable, told in response to a lawyer's attempt to justify himself before Jesus, offers a powerful challenge to our understanding of love, compassion, and true neighborliness. Let's try to imagine a dangerous route frequented by travelers. This journey, symbolic of the challenges and uncertainties of life, represents the human experience with dangers and unforeseen circumstances. A man journeying along this treacherous path falls victim to robbers, left beaten, robbed, and half dead. This victim symbolizes the brokenness and vulnerability of humanity, the ways in which we are all susceptible to suffering, pain, and the cruelty of others. 2 figures pass by the wounded man, a priest and a Levite, both religious leaders within Jewish society. These individuals, presumably well versed in the law of Moses, would have been expected to demonstrate compassion and care for those in need. Yet, they chose to turn away, prioritizing their own safety and comfort over the needs of the suffering man. This indifference, while shocking, reflects the human tendency to prioritize our own concerns to avoid situations that may be uncomfortable or inconvenient. It highlights the ease with which we can become desensitized to the suffering of others, allowing our own biases and prejudices to blind us to the needs around us. Unexpectedly, a Samaritan, a member of a despised and outcast group, comes to the aid of the wounded man. This Samaritan, an outsider, demonstrates a level of compassion and mercy that is completely unexpected. It goes beyond the call of duty, not merely passing by, but actively engaging in acts of mercy. He binds the man's wounds, pours oil and wine on them, and transports him to a place of safety, ensuring his care and well-being. This act of selfless love challenges the prevailing social and religious norms. It demonstrates that God's compassion knows no boundaries, that love transcends social divisions and religious prejudices. The Samaritan, the unexpected hero, highlights the importance of overcoming our biases and extending love and mercy to all, regardless of their background, race, or social status. This should teach us to love our neighbors as ourselves. This is not merely a religious commandment, it is a call to live out our faith in tangible ways, to see the face of Christ in every person we encounter, and to treat others with the same compassion and respect that we would desire for ourselves. This should teach us that we need to love our neighbor as ourselves. This is not merely a religious commandment, it is a call to live out our faith in tangible ways, to see the face of Christ in every person we encounter, and to treat others with the same compassion and respect that we would desire for ourselves. For us to be an instrument of God's love in the world, to seek opportunities to serve others, to alleviate suffering, and to demonstrate acts of kindness and compassion. For us to overcome prejudice and embrace those who are different from you, to challenge our own biases and prejudices and strive to build bridges of understanding and reconciliation across all divides. The parable of the Good Samaritan is a powerful reminder that true compassion knows no boundaries. It is a call to action, urging us to step outside our comfort zone, to embrace those in need, and to live out the love of Christ in all our interactions. Let us be instruments of God's love, extending mercy and compassion to all, regardless of their background and circumstances. The message of salvation came to you from Church of Christ Unilag Campus. We do gather at the Faculty of Education Science Lecture Theatre for our worship. Should you reside around us, you can worship with us. If not, you can worship with the Church of Christ nearest to you. Should you have any question, drop on the comment section. We will respond and give you answers that are biblical. God bless you richly. I am Michael Afaene.